Unless you just want
to. What you said?
Fair. I'll wait till you. Let's go watch back this stream. You just skip this part, which is fine.
They're gonna skip. They don't like the intro?
Well, maybe once we're in the loading screen.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Come on, Ronnie.
Oh damn! Hey, he's actually got a very big night ahead of him. Ronnie's got a big night ahead of him.
No, I was running in first place the whole qualifying, and then on the last lap I dropped back and let him go by so I could draft off him, and he fucking broke the draft down the backstretch. That's what I was saying come on to.
What a buddy old pal. You were fast.
I definitely did not get the pole. Seeing as how I was running in first the whole qualifying.
Yeah, it's not good. Well, for qualifying, it's not good. But that also means you're fast.
So who's racing for spots?
You don't say, Killiam. That was a question I have been waiting on answering all night. So tonight we have who should be in. We have Kevin 1.0, which is 50 points. He's 50 points above the cut line. Joe's 29 points above the cut line, and then Crunch is 27 points above the cut line. But the two guys that are on the outside looking in are both Ronnie Mack, who's 27 off the cut line, and then Draven, who's now 28 off the cut line coming into tonight's race. So those are the guys tonight that are all racing for spots. Kevin should be in, but Joe and Crunch are trying to hold on from someone taking their spot by either Ronnie Mack or Draven.
Sure, you'll repeat that more than once tonight.
Oh, for sure.
Thankfully.
Are y'all streaming?
We are live. What
Hey, there's an invite from Gator.
Who got the poll?
Shit.
Okay.
That I do not know yet. I need to.
Ronnie Mack got the pole.
Ronnie Mack on the poll. That was one of the questions I was asking you there. Kill him.
Oh.
That's cool. We get in the race.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can pop in whenever you want to.
Yeah. Cool. Ronnie
Good
Mack.
luck, everybody.
So that helps.
You, Killian.
So that helps his chase to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, those are some very valuable points for him.
Oh, we could join. We can join, right, Killiam? Killiam.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hop in here.
Cool. Alright, well, hello, everyone, and welcome. This is the part where hopefully you guys skip to anyways. We're going to Chicagoland Speedway here tonight on this very nice Monday night for the Camping World 400. In the booth tonight, as always, I'm Avenged. I am joined in the booth by Doc. Doc, how you doing?
Avenged, I am doing great, buddy. It is absolutely fantastic to be here in my homeland of Joliet, Illinois. here at Chicagoland Speedway for tonight's NARL Cup Series. The last race of the regular season. It's going to be a hell of a time. We've had a lot of drama unfold in the first two series, but coming here to the Cup Series, we got a lot of guys that are trying to battle for those final two playoff spots to get themselves into a position to win the championship. But man, it is fantastic. I got Giordano's deep dish pizza here on its way. The beautiful ladies are bringing them up to us in the booth, and man, I'm just ready to have a great time and watch some fantastic racing.
Ah, well, there you go. Well, hopefully somebody else has a great time here tonight. Also, you viewers, we got a special treat for you. Captain Killiam is going to be our in-race reporter. Mr. Killiam, I know you are in the middle of a pack right now, but introduce yourself real quick.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, fair enough. Let me excuse the blue screen. Let me go ahead and mute Killiam so he doesn't have to listen to us ramble on for 2 hours. And he's muted, so we're good to go. We'll bring him in every now and again for a little bit of an update, maybe a little race setup, or if we see something happen, maybe during a caution or two or whatnot. But and we'll go over those playoff points again here in a second. But Ronnie Mack, huge 2 points here, winning the pole tonight, inches him closer to Lieutenant Crunch. He's currently running ahead of Lieutenant Crunch as well. Doc, any hope for Ronnie Mack or Draven here tonight to edge out Lieutenant Crunch? Was there three wide? My goodness, sorry. Golly.
Yeah, it's a battle back here in the pack as we're kind of rambling on. It's definitely possible for Ronnie Mack. Obviously, like you said, Avenge, those pole points are going to play huge in his favor. But right now he just needs to stay up front. He needs to get as many stage points as possible and salvage a good finish. But try to take advantage of some of these guys' costly mistakes. They might be pushing a little bit too hard at this track, knowing that playoff spots are on the line. So just try to minimize mistakes, put yourself in the best position to get playoff points and or stage points and whatnot, and you might find your way into the playoffs. But it is definitely possible. Ronnie's just got to play a little smart here. He's got to be a smart driver tonight.
Well, started off on the right foot anyways. Speaking about starting off on the right foot, Doc, I think you earned yourself a fan.
A fan?
In the comments section. RB. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe he'll put his name in there. But he said Doc is on a whole other level.
Oh, man. I appreciate it, RB, whoever you are. You're a fan in my book. I appreciate you. You're a friend. And this slice of Giordano's pizza and this ice cold beer is for you, buddy. And as we're starting off, I mean,
it's host.
What are these guys?
RB, why you got RB on there if you're host? You should put on there hose.
Goodness, it's host.
Mr. Hose.
Yeah, we had some good racing tonight, or last night rather, at this track. We had a good time at Chicagoland. It's a fun track. Definitely not your typical mile and a half. It's kind of got a little bit of a different backstretch. It's kind of got a curved backstretch, and we see Gator Mike right now leading the field by a substantial margin early
three
on.
Wide up here. Four wide!
Four wide!
Oh, no! There goes the 95. I think that's Ghost or OG. Oh, there goes you already heard.
The one is around. He's off in the front stretch just doing donuts.
Oh, man.
Looked like the 42 Ronnie Mack was also involved in that accident.
Oh, it's terrible for the 42.
Yeah.
Bobby's Pillows Motorsports, a huge hit here early on.
Oh, man, that pillow got absolutely pummeled. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to stuff some more feathers into that pillow. Feathers all over the track.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you lost some. But looky here, one of those guys battling for those last playoff spots. That 4 of Draven, he came in, what was it, 28 points back? He's currently running P2. Lieutenant Crunch is not in the top 5, so if he finishes P2, he's going to inch 4 points closer.
Yeah, and the great thing for Draven right now, and first things first, I would like to point out, you can never count the Raging Draven out, ever. The guy is, a fantastic driver, and, having his teammate right behind him, our in-race reporter, Captain Killiam, In third place. It's the best thing that he could see in his rear view. They could probably try to work together and get Draven some good quality stage points to really try to make a playoff push with this final race in the regular season.
I don't think Killiam is ever going to shake that nickname of Killiam. That might just be his new name now.
It's his new name. It's like the Raging Draven. You gotta love it.
Well, look here with Captain Killiam pushing that rage into Draven. They're catching the 32 in Gator Mike.
They are. That draft is huge at this track, man. I'll tell you what, the draft, if you are in the draft, you could pick up a good 4 to 5 extra miles per hour down the backstretch. And if your car just sitting out there like Gator Mike, you're just a sitting duck. I mean, Gator's done everything right. He's hit his marks. He's got off to a really great start, was leading by a substantial margin, but with this pack of 3, behind him, with even K-Bart right now in the 12, just beating up on the bumper of Captain Killiam in the 14. This pack of 3 is definitely catching that 32 very quickly.
I wonder what the Gator hater would say about that 32 leading these laps early on in the race.
Well, it's very early, and the Gator doubter knows that Gator's pretty good on the beginning or the start of a race, but what really matters is where you finish. And I'm still waiting to see. The Gator doubter's waiting to see exactly where that 32 is going to end up. I mean, he does have.
We got a battle for the lead.
Wins.
Here comes the 4.
Oh, battle for the lead.
He's going to make his way past the 32. The 4. Oh no!
Wow.
Watch up the track here a little bit. See if the 14 of Killiam's going to let him back. He's not. He's going to take the spot. There goes the 14 and the 4 side by side off the exit of 4 across the start-finish line. That lap's going to go to Killiam.
Yeah, that definitely is. And Draven, I think, now he's got numbers now on the outside, it looks like, with Big Jim coming into the picture in that Toyota and that 11. But yeah, Draven, he just needed a... Ooh, it looks like Kevin gets in the wall. But yeah, the 4 Draven, he just... he slid up in front of Gator Mike on the outside, and the outside has no speed in the corners at this track. So, low line is definitely king, and that little mishap there by Draven has just cost him the lead and a couple more spots on top of it. He's now sitting P5, trying to hold on for stage points.
There you go. Well, Gator gets out of line there. Looks like maybe that 12 of K-Bar is going to take advantage and take away P3. But this is a Cup Series. It is 50%, but it is a Cup Series race. So, I mean, these stages are longer than you think. Plenty of time for that 4 Draven to make it back up to the front. The other driver fighting for a playoff point is that green car. Not the first one you see, but the one back there a little bit farther. That's Ronnie Mack and the Clover Chevrolet Camaro. Oh, you already heard it on pit road. The Ghost is all torn up. There we go. Well, shoot. You see the green car back there. He's currently not in... position to pick up some stage points, and neither is the defending driver trying to make the playoffs. Where is... Oh, there's Lieutenant Crunch on the back of this field. He's not in stage points either, so ground could be made up here if that 4 Draven can pass a couple more cars.
Yeah, like you were saying, Avenge, these stages are definitely a lot longer in length compared to the other 2 series, so it's definitely have a lot of time to make up lost ground in respect to that 4, but still, if I'm Draven, I want to win every stage, man. I mean, and he's got that kind of competitive aggression when it comes to racing. He wants to lead every lap, just like Killiam. So, you got to be thinking he's trying to make a charge, and he actually looks like he's going to go and pass the 11 here on the inside of Big Jim. He's going to try to make the move here on the 12 here, too. He's going to try to draft right up against him or right up next to him and try to go take that P3 spot and fight for P2.
Yeah, I haven't done the exact math, but is it 20? Is he 28 points behind?
Draven is currently 28 points behind.
Oh, then he's mathematically eliminated, right?
Is he?
There's not 18 cars in the field. If he wins both stages, those are 5 points. And he can't finish 18 spots ahead of...
That is a very astute observation there, Avenged.
Welp, and neither can Ronnie Mack, so... I guess he would have to finish 15 places in.
Well, we'll see. We'll just see how this all shakes out. But
I just took the whole drama out of the whole race.
Oh man, hey, we got a pitter. We got someone going down pit road right now.
I wonder who that is.
Ooh, it's the 30. Ooh, Gator.
Oh, Gator.
Coming down early, doing a little early pit stop in. Maybe a little pit strategy for the Gator.
Sounds like somebody's doubting Gator over here. This seems pretty natural.
I'm not doubting. I'm just questioning why he's coming down here pit road alone.
Yeah, no draft.
Oh, that's going to be a penalty on pit road for Gator. 2 of his pit crew members.
Oh no.
That might actually be a point deduction. We got to see. We're gonna have to go up to the booth and see what NASCAR has to say about that. No, oh man, they didn't have a mask on. That actually may complicate things.
Oof.
As the drama will continue to unfold here in stage 1.
Now, does the face shield of the helmet count, Doc?
Avenged. I don't
Nobody
make the rules. I'm a man of the people in my own homeland right now. I'm kicking back, eating a pizza, having an ice cold beer. We're having fun in the booth. The guys down there, they're the ones who got to figure that out. I've got nothing for you.
All right. Well, I thought I had invited a doctor in the booth, but whatever, it's fine.
Hey
they're
man,
up here
I'm off hours at this point, man. We're out of work. We're having fun at the track. There's no doctor, no nothing.
12K bar on pit road. The 2 Kevin spins out trying to get to the pit road. He's completely stopped on the track. Gets turned around now. He's going to come down. He's going to lose a ton of time spinning out coming on the entry of pit road.
Yeah, that's definitely a heartbreak. It also looked like one of our playoff contenders or possible playoff contenders of Lieutenant Crunch had also made his way down pit road throughout that pit cycle.
All right, so we got looks like the Ford Draven came down pit road, and we got 2 cars staying out here on the track, battling for the lead with that 11 a Big Jim, putting the pressure under our in-race reporter of Captain Killiam. Looks like the 11's giving the old signal that he's coming down pit road here. 14 giving him plenty of room. We'll see if the 14 decides to come with him now that he's seen the 11 give the signal. No, looks like the 14's going to stay out another lap at least. See if we can't get around.
Avenged, what's going to be very interesting is the track position that is gained or lost between the 32 of Gator Mike and the 14 of Captain Killiam. I think Killiam has now stayed out for about 3 or 4 extra laps than Gator did. Gator was the first one to come down pit road, so we'll have to see how this pit strategy plays out. Can Gator make his tires and fuel last long enough to get to the end of the stage? And also, will that move actually, by pitting early, pay off dividends for him, being able to get a substantial amount of ground on Captain Killiam, our current race leader?
He's down pit road
Gator
now.
Mike. Yeah, he's down pit road at the moment. Be interesting to see if Gator Mike could actually retake the lead here by doing that early pit strategy.
It's either him or Lewis once this all cycles out. I don't know if Lewis... Who is that in front? Can't tell. That might actually be... Oh, never mind. That's Joe. He's got a lot of damage. He's a lap down. But that 12K bar who pit before the 11 and just blew the doors off the Big Jim there.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Oh, that is NR Lewis. I don't know. Thanks, 704. All these guys coming off pit road now. Killiam loses a ton of time.
Oh, yeah. Hate to see it. Right now we got the leader is the 42 of Ronnie Mack. I will have to say I do appreciate the Ghost, our Xfinity regular in that 95, picking the pizza scheme for tonight's race at Chicagoland. Definitely a kudos out to you, Ghost. Good choice on the scheme.
He wanted to impress the Red Baron connoisseur of Gator Mike.
You know, that might just be the strategy of how to distract Gator Mike and prevent him from getting a victory tonight. If he sees that pizza, you know, he might, if the Ghost goes up in the wall, Gator might just go up there with him.
Just might. And look at Draven making power moves here underneath the 12K bar. He's now going to be leader of this pack. It's not for the lead. Those 2 cars in front of him, I believe, are running P1, P2. But now Draven to P3. Lieutenant Crunch to P4. K-Bart P5. Big Jim P6. This group of cars are going to catch those two pretty quick, don't you think? Oh, Big Jim making his way past the 12.
Definitely. They've got fresher equipment. They're working together. They got a draft. What it's all about.
I wanted to call and kill him there while he was on pit road, but I didn't want to mess up his adjustments that he wanted to make. So
yeah, we'll see what he's up to after the stage.
There you go. Oh, and there goes Gator Mike to the lead around the 42 of Ronnie Mack, and he takes it away.
Look at Gator just hitting early and using that pitch strategy to his advantage to get so much more track position gain on the rest of his competitors. But I'll tell you what, that 14 of Killiam, he's coming quick.
Yes, he is. And he's got the draft, too, in the perfect position. He probably just ran the fastest lap of the race right there in stage 1.
No doubt.
He picked up that draft just perfect. There you go. He's making the move around the 11. He's going to put... Oh, and he clears the 11 in one corner. Alright, so these guys are definitely going to catch... How many laps to go do we have? Do you know?
Off the top of my head, I believe 9.
Oh, not too many. So they're definitely going to catch Gator before the end of the stage. Oh, there goes Captain Killiam.
Killiam.
Makes his way past K-Bart.
Right
yeah, now he's got Lieutenant Crunch in his crosshairs.
We got Draven moving up to P2 right now on the inside of Ronnie Mack. He's going to clear him coming out of 4.
I think that 42 of Ronnie Mack man tried a little bit of strategy because he came down like at the tail end, but then he popped out in front of everybody. So I'm not sure if he's on 2 or what happened there. But it looks like
he lost a lot of positions right there and won straight away.
Yeah, he really did. I think everybody sees that he's struggling a little bit. But he should be able to pick up this draft and get back up there. But in the meantime, we got a battle for the lead up here. Let's see if I can't circle around. I can't. I'm going to miss this.
A little bit of a bumper from the Draven. The Draven is raging tonight. And he puts the little bumper to the 32 of Gator Mike. He's going to try to take the lead. He's going to lead that lap as they head off into 1.
And here comes this TJR teammate, that 14 of Captain Killiam on the freshest tires on the track at the moment. As a 32 of Gator Mike gets out of the groove, brushes the wall just ever so slightly, and he's going to go from 1st to 6th, just like that.
Wow, that's the difference right there about being on the outside in the middle of a corner. If you're stuck on the outside, you just go from winning the stage to losing all your stage points.
But he's not done yet. He's got that draft back behind the 8080 Lieutenant Crunch. He's going to be able to join this pack back pretty quickly before the stage ends, if I do say so. And he's pushed it 3 wide already. Gator, Crunch,
and he just cut that nose right off there of Lieutenant Crunch going off of turn 2. And now we got Captain Killiam, and also with K-Bart in the 12, Draven leading this field. He's under fire from both of these guys.
We'll see if his TJR teammate's going to try to make a move on the 4 of Draven as he gets out of line. That's only going to slow him down. And here comes the 12 of K-Bart all over the back bumper of the 4. The 12 of K-Bart's going to try to make, and they're 3 wide for the lead on the backstretch. 14 of Captain Killiam's going to take it. Draven giving it a little bit of, I don't appreciate that nudge to the 12 of K-Bart on the backstretch. That 14 of Captain Killiam somehow rim riding around turns 3 and 4. Draven's going to pick up the draft from the 14, but the 12 has got the preferred line going down into turn 1. Oh no, he cleared him. He hit the apron. He hit the apron, sent him right back up the track. The 12 did not appreciate that.
Bumping and banging down the backstretch.
Draven is raging.
There's a little raging going on.
Oh, a little bit of bumper there. A little bit of bumper there.
Oh, man. And Big Jim is going to try to take advantage, taking it 3 wide for second.
3 wide again. We got 3 wide racing every lap here at Chicagoland. The 11 of Big Jim's going to take advantage of this little peeing match and take away both of those positions. In the meantime, the 14 of Captain Killiam is absolutely checked out.
Yeah, that's what happens. get caught up so much with battling each other and, you know, getting on each other's nerves, getting under each other's skin that
And they're
you
3 wide
completely
again
lose
back
sight
here.
of
I'm
the
sorry.
objective.
The 42, 88, and 12, 3 wide again back there. Draven's got
Man,
really
they're
loose.
swerving.
Not sure how many laps to go this is, but it's got to be getting close, right?
Yeah, we gotta have about 2 to go. 2 to go.
All right. Well, he's checked out a little bit. Let me unmute Captain Killiam.
They're swerving like Mr. Williams at Auto Club.
All right, Mr. Captain Killiam, you've checked out here in stage 1. I figured it was a good time to check in on you. How's that car feel?
Man, it feels good. Can't believe I made a pass on the outside there a couple laps ago.
That was something that you're going to have to definitely watch back on the stream. It was pretty epic to watch. How are these new tires coming into play later in the run compared to these guys that pit before you?
I don't know. I got a pretty good setup, I think, figured out. Feels good.
All right, is this the stage right here?
That's
This
it.
is going to
Stage 1 winner goes to Captain Killiam there in P1 in that 14 Ford Mustang. Following up in P2 is the 11 of Big Jim. P3 is the 4 of Draven. P5 K-Bart. Did I skip one? Yeah, P4 K-Bart. P5 Ronnie Mack. All right, Killiam, you obviously won stage 1 there. Can you repeat in stage 2?
I hope so. If I get to start in first, maybe they'll battle for second and let me drive away again.
Fair enough. You absolutely did check out. Doc, anything for our stage winner before we politely mute him?
Oh, I just want to say congratulations on that stage 1 win, Killiam, and obviously best of luck going forward. But you know, yeah, heck of a pass. Way to make that move on the outside. Really smart driving there, and yeah, man, just keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. That was a lot of fun racing those guys, by the way. Just want to put that out there.
All right.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
We'll try not to miss the restart of this. Let's mute him real quick. All right, and we didn't miss it. So back green here for the start of stage 2. Captain Killiam leads the field here to green. Starting right behind him is the 4 Draven. Outside of Killiam is the 11 of Big Jim. Behind Big Jim's the 12 of K-Bart, who has the 42 of Ronnie Mack on the inside of him. Looks like the 4 of Draven is not... Oh, he cleared himself of the 11. He cleared P2. And, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just getting a little nervous here. The 42 of Ronnie Mack into the apron. He comes up the track. The 19 NARL Lewis is now underneath of him. The Gator... I always say the... Anyways, Gator Mike taking advantage as well. Lieutenant Crunch. He looks like he's going to follow just about all the way to the back of the field.
Yeah, he definitely did. Getting stuck in the middle there, you know, you're just a sitting duck. They're 4 wide. Oh, little bump and a bang, and it looks like...
And around goes the 2 of
Kevin.
Kevin. The 42 of Ronnie Mack's going to have a ton of damage too, but this is not going to be enough for a caution.
No, it is not. And yeah, that was some substantial bumping and
more
banging
contact
here
back there. Is it wasted? Just put ghosts in the wall?
Yeah, I think I honestly didn't see it, but it looked like the pizza may have lost a bit of cheese on that exchange.
All right. So after that, Draven finished P3. Lieutenant Crunch didn't get any stage points there, so now Draven is negative 25 on the cut line.
You could say Ghost got his crust stuffed on that move. Oh, time to crack open a new beer.
You got Gator Mike up here battling for a little bit. No love lost between the teammates up here. The 4 Draven puts a little bit of contact to the 14 of Killiam. As the 4 Draven is now your new leader here at Chicago here in stage 2. The 19 NR Lewis has made his way up here to the front, makes his way past the 14 of Captain Killiam, and trying to make the move on the 4. Of course, I can't cycle around what I want it to do, so there it goes. 19 NR Lewis.
NR Lewis, haven't really talked much about him all night, but man, is he fast. One of our, he's already locked into the playoffs, had an incredible season for that team of FBGM, and really making his presence shown, or known rather, here in the early goings of Stage 2.
Yeah, Lewis is fast everywhere he goes. He's a very consistent driver. Doesn't let anything really get to him too much. He just goes out there, runs his race, and collects his top 5, top 10s, and he moves on to the next one.
Ooh, looks like Gator Mike and Crunch there looked like a little bit of tail wagging there by Gator Mike. Crunch had to kind of check up, and it checked the cars up behind him too. But they all stay in a single file. Gator Mike, he is hungry for a stage win. He is just absolutely on rails right now. Tried to use that early pit strategy in stage 1, didn't pan out for him. But at the same time, I'm sure he probably put a few things in his little notebook or his little NASCAR heat diary that he's got for himself on exactly what he's going to do in this stage to hopefully take home a win.
I'm not sure, but he's put himself in position here to go up there and grab that stage win away, at least as it runs right now. We had a green flag stop in stage 1, so I'm assuming we're going to have another one here in stage 2, unless there's a caution. At 32 of Gator Mike with running that Corvette parts scheme in his Ford Mustang.
Doesn't make much sense. The Chevy Corvette being on a Ford Mustang Avenged. Do you, by any chance, have any explanation of why that would be?
Well, you just you take any sponsor you can get, for one. However, the Keen family is really good friends with the owner of Go Fast. Or they might be the same family. Anyways, there's a big connection between the two. Keen Auto Parts and Go Fast Racing, as that Go Fast Mustang slows down on the backstretch after he hit the wall.
I appreciate the insider info, Avenged. That was awesome.
I was curious one day, so I had to look.
And meanwhile, NR Lewis is actually starting to pull away from this field. K-Bard in that 12 is also really quick tonight. He's definitely been in the top 5. And Crunch, I think I'm going to start calling him as a nickname. He's going to be the comeback kid, because it always feels like he always gets caught up in stuff and he finds his way up to the front when he's kind of the driver where it's like, where the hell did that guy come from? And he always finds his way up towards the front. So the 88 definitely running a smart race, and our in-race reporter, Captain Killiam, right there behind, stalking him in P4.
Yeah, Lieutenant Crunch, and no disrespect to his season last season, he was the champion, but it was pretty much the same thing last season. It was pretty much, we got to Homestead, and we were like, oh, okay, Lieutenant Crunch is in it, all right, cool. Wait a minute. He's going to win the championship. Where'd this guy come from? I mean, he's just the silent assassin of that Lieutenant Crunch.
The silent assassin.
Yeah, it doesn't really say much in the chat either. He just comes out here, he races his races. I don't think he's had any wins this year, but he won the championship last year, so watch out.
Hey, as long as you're in the playoffs, it doesn't matter how many races you win. It just matters about that last race.
That's very true. Ask Matt Crafton last year.
Exactly right. Exactly right. You got ourselves a battle for P2, maybe? Looks like Crunch is going to go ahead and try to take that inside line on K-Bart going into 1. Captain Killiam going to probably follow in right behind. Try to take advantage of K-Bart washing up the track there a bit. Nose is still under him. Oh, no, they're going to play nice. They're going to file or get back in single file. Yeah, these top 4 have really kind of separated themselves now, Avenged. It looks like they got themselves in the draft. They got themselves a good line. Pit strategy, though. We saw it play out in stage 1. We're going to have to see exactly what these guys are going to do for stage 2 to give themselves an advantage off pit road.
Well, if they were watching any at all, they would see that pitting late as you can paid off for Captain Killam there. I mean, once he got out, yeah, he had to make his way back through the pack, but once he was out there, he just absolutely just ran away with the first stage. So I wonder how many of these guys will stay out longer than they did in the first stage.
Yeah, that is true.
But you're right.
Track
That
position
is
is key,
two different packs here. We got 2 different 4-car packs. But just a second ago, we saw those guys running 3 wide in that 4-car pack. That's not going to help them at all to catch this front pack. But yeah, NARL Lewis just up here with a comfortable lead, breaking the draft down the backstretch. A draft is really important here for some reason on this 1.5 miles. And I'd hesitate to call it a mini plate race, but I mean the draft it's just very, very important.
Oh yeah, for sure. And honestly, if I'm this pack of 4 that are behind this first pack of 4, I'm coming in early. I'm doing anything I can to get an advantage on tire wear to hopefully come down early. Oh, we got somebody going down to the infield here. I don't know who that is.
They giving the signal they're pitting? Is that Gator Mike?
Looks like the Tua Kevin 1.0 had actually run down. Maybe even Gator Mike.
I think it was Gator Mike because Kevin's pretty beat up. He's just now going into turn 3. He was involved in that incident that didn't cause the caution. I don't know. Maybe got really loose off of 2, made it too big of an adjustment, perhaps.
Oh, we got ourselves a battle for the lead.
Yeah, here comes Lieutenant Crutch making his way on the inside of that 19 NARL Lewis. The 14 and Captain Killam pushing that 88 through turns 3 and 4. Look at the contact there between the 14 and the 19. The 12 of K-Bart's going to follow that 14. Oh no, the 19 got himself down. There's still a 4-car break. Car packs behind him, but they're still pulling away from him.
That's a good recovery by Lewis there. You know, he.
Oh, here comes Captain Killam.
Killiam to the inside of that 88 at crunch. They're all just swapping positions at this point. Put a blanket over them.
A little bit of contact between the 14 and the 88. You go ahead and call themselves the Lieutenant Crunch.
Yeah, Crunch got a little crinkle on that exchange with our in-race reporter.
Little snap,
and
crackle,
our Lewis is coming back.
Yeah, sure
yeah.
is.
Getting a little Rice Krispie up in here. Hey, sweetheart, I would like a Portillo's dog. Also a big beef, please. Portillo's dog, no ketchup. Thank you.
I don't know what that means.
I love the food in Chicago. Tasty. It is great being up here in the booth avenged. It's fantastic.
Oh, man. Keep the pickles off the hot dog. How about that?
Ah, man, a little bit of relish. A little bit of relish. You gotta relish the moment.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'll be here all night, folks. Be here all night.
Oh man! So no green flag stops yet. Do we know how many laps are left in this stage?
Oh, that was a fantastic question, Avenged. I know that right now on fuel they can last about 12 more laps, and their tire wear is probably close to around 50% on the rights.
Lewis and K-Bar on pit road. Gator Mike on pit road.
Gator Mike on pit road. Gator early pitting again as we have 17 laps left to go in stage 2.
95 and 42 coming off of pit road.
The pizza pitted early. Had to get a couple pepperonis put on that front end there.
Have you ever saw such a thing there, Doc?
Oh, no. Not at all avenged. That
Ford joke was,
one could say that joke was a little too cheesy.
What? Could you say it's well done?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man. As we got ourselves some guys coming off pit road, K-Bart, and that green and yellow, don't even know what you want to call that thing. You got 32 at Gator Mike, he's coming off the pit road.
Lewis
get himself back in line behind that beautiful, delicious slice of pizza of the 95. Look at this. Gator is behind the pizza.
Oh no!
You got to be thinking that Gator's about to get psyched out. I know it. He's gonna. It's just like Keenitz. It's like Keenitz at Damn Sonoma. You know. Dangle said something was spray painted on the inside wall, and he went mouth first after it. Gator is gonna probably go mouth first after this pizza. Wherever the pizza goes, Gator shall follow.
We'll have to see. Oh, kill him finally on pit road now, but he pit a couple laps later than the rest of these guys, so he's going to play that same strategy that won him stage 1. You got to think maybe Killam is saving his tires a little bit better than the rest of these guys. He can run 2 or 3 more laps longer than these other competitors. As you would think, in stage 1, they all saw Killam stay out a couple extra laps, and he was fast at the end.
Yeah, Killam's definitely got the right strategy going on right now. These guys behind him had to pit early because it was the only way they were going to be able to try to make up ground by pitting early, but try to switch up strategies. But with Killam and the pit strategy, it's just...
I don't know who's in the lead. Is it Ronnie Mack?
On point. I can get you that
Is it K-Bart?
information real quick.
Might be K-Bart.
Give me 1 second. Actually, it's Joe. Joe in the 1. You already heard is in the lead.
Has he pit?
I do not believe he has. Because I would imagine he is probably going to be coming down pit road any time now.
Oh, he's using Killam's strategy to the extreme.
Yeah, it definitely would seem that way, for sure. Probably going to just try to run it on fumes if he can. I know that the right sides are probably on his car. If he has stayed out, he's probably going 30% on the rights, and probably has about 5 to 6 laps left of fuel in the tank.
No, he's staying out another one.
Yeah, he's gonna run him bone dry and just see if this pays off for him. I mean, it's definitely a learning tool for you too, because going into the final stage, obviously there's a lot more laps involved. So, figuring out maybe running bone dry, what your car feels like, feeling if you can actually hold on to her, seeing what kind of drop off you have on your times and your lap times.
Let's see what he does here.
Might be a good idea.
Staying out another
He's
one.
definitely he's sputtering though a little bit coming off of 4. I could hear it. Definitely being a little cautious with those tires.
Back there, looks like we had a battle between the 19 NR Lewis and the 32 of Gator Mike. They are battling behind that 88 of Lieutenant Crunch. But Ronnie Mack has caught the tail end of the Ghost and that 95 Pizza Machine. Let's get back to Joe. Oh, he's staying out another one. All right, well, he's just going to stay out the whole race. Joe doesn't need the pit. Got it. Cool, Joe.
Bold strategy, Cotton. The bold strategy. See if it pays off for him.
It's got to come this time, right?
We will see.
Yeah, here he comes. All right.
Our leader has hit pit road.
See, that was a little bit too long. And I may be wrong. He may come up here and fly back through the field, but he lost so much time on those old tires. I think he was just hoping for a caution there.
Time in the pits.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if all these cars are unlapping themselves or they're passing them. I'm assuming unlapping themselves. Here comes that 14 of Captain Killam. He's made his way past the 32 of Gator Mike. Now he's going to set his sights on the 42 and the 95. If he's got the draft of the 42, he's going to come up here in a hurry.
Yeah, that 32 saw the pizza and he's starting to fall back a little bit. You got to be thinking maybe he gobbled up some pepperonis or some toppings off of that 95. Kind of making that 32 a little sluggish here in stage 2.
Oh, Doc with the saucy comments.
Oh, yes. Keep them coming. It's deep dish. It's Chicagoland, baby. So what we do?
Yeah, you can't have a thin crust around here. All right, that's all I had.
No. We like them thick.
Joe didn't lose too much time.
K-Bart.
He came out P4.
Yeah, he's leading this thing right now, K-Bart in that 12.
Yeah, and here comes, look at Joe. He's on brand new fresh tires, currently P4, and I'm assuming we have, about 10 laps left? He might be able to catch him.
We have, at the moment, 7 laps remaining in stage 2. 7 laps remaining, and the limesicle of K-Bart is right now going into turn 3, coming up to 6 to go in stage 2.
All right, well, there goes Captain Killam. He made his way past the 95, and he is wasting no time to put the move on that one of you already heard. Captain Killam up to P4 at 42 of Ronnie Mack's all over the back bumper of the 95. I think the one of you already heard may have took 2 here, maybe to make up some time or to save some time.
He may have. He's got to be holding on right now for some stage points.
Yeah, he's struggling. He might not get any. He's currently P5.
Yeah, he's got the 95. I think the 42 of Ronnie Mack. I think the 95 is lapped down. It looks like Ronnie Mack actually might be the guy who's got to hold off here.
Okay. His chicken has a horrific teammate.
we got Crunch and NR Lewis here with a good battle for P2 and P3.
Yes, we do. As the 19 makes his way underneath the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch. Captain Kilman's loving to see this battle here. 19 and the 88 are currently side by side, coming off of turn 2. 19 is going to fall back, get back in the draft.
He is. That's just going to help kill him in P4. You know, he's definitely put a substantial distance between him and the field behind him after passing that one you already heard within only 2 laps. But will these guys have anything for that 12 of K-Bar? I think right now, if you're this pack of basically 3, work together. The draft is so huge right now at this track, and you're coming to 5 to go. Or actually, no, I apologize. That's only about 4 to go right now in this stage. So you got to be thinking, work together, use the draft. You got 3 cars, stick together, get yourself up to the 12, and try to get yourself a stage win.
All right, with the stage winding down. 4 laps to go here in stage 2, and it looks like this pack of 3 is catching that 12 of K-Bar. 12 of K-Bar needs to start worrying about it. Start pedaling a little bit faster in his Flintstone mobile. As the 19 is now looking inside the 88, and if the 14 wants that position, he'll duck down below the 88 as well, but no, he's going to stay high. Well, it looks like the 19 clipped the apron just a little bit, and the 14 is going to pull him on the outside. He's going to try to follow that draft of the 88. He's going to clear the 19. What a move.
Good move by Killiam. And, you know, obviously NR Lewis still, I mean, strong showing right now in stage 2 after, you know, kind of really being patient in stage 1. No noise was made from that 19 Toyota, but he's definitely coming alive in stage 2 and showing that he's got some speed.
Looks like they might all be working together now. Oh, never mind.
They need to.
Lieutenant Crunch got in the apron just a little bit, and that 14 of Captain Killam's going to take advantage just like a plate track. You move off the bottom. I'm going to take the position.
They got 2 to go. They got
P2.
With 2 to go, they really need to focus on working together, or at least helping. And this side-by-side racing. Oh, a little bit of contact between Crunch and NR Lewis going down the backstretch.
Yeah, both of them being able to save it there. It looks like 19 just got loose off the corner, nothing intentional.
Definitely did. That 14 is closing in, so we have 1 lap left to go in stage 2.
That was it. That was the stage. K-Bart, stage winner.
Wow.
Kill him! You were so close, man.
Yeah, 1 more lap I'd have made it, I think.
You passed so many cars there in the last 10 laps or so. My goodness, you're flying.
Yeah, feels good.
I was telling Doc that you would think the rest of these guys would have saw your strategy there in stage 1 and stayed out a couple of laps longer, but it looks like they all tried the same strategy, and you pulled yours, and I almost pulled it off again. And, you know, stage 2 is actually 2 laps shorter than stage 1, so if it was the same length, you probably would have had it. Are you going to try the same strategy here in P3? Stage 3?
Yeah, I'm going to see how the laps add up and try to make sure I got the best tire towards the end, I think.
All right, yeah, definitely looks important. Doc, anything for our in-race reporter?
Man. Obviously, once again, a great stage for you. Like you said, if you had 1 more lap, you probably would have gotten that little limesicle of the 12. But, you know, just best of luck and hopefully get a good finish here. Good final result.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
No problem, buddy.
Let me go ahead and mute him before we start screaming about the restart. Alright, so back green, here we go for the final stage of the race. It's the 19 NR Lewis who started P3, now makes his way underneath the 12 of K-Bart. It looks like the 19 is going to clear the 12. He is now your new leader here at Chicagoland. You got the 4 Draven right behind him, fighting for P2. K-Bart on that outside is going to fall back a little bit. And you got the 95 of the Ghost right behind the 4 Draven, fighting for P3.
I can't really figure out where the Ghost is on the track. He's invisible at the moment.
Oh, contact back here between Wasted and... What was that, Big Jim?
It looked like Big Jim, yeah.
Big Jim got the worst of it, but he didn't
Big
total
Jim
his car
became Slim Jim.
Heyo. Snap into a Slim Jim. Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make myself another drink. This is a long stage.
It definitely is a long stage. And, a little bit of contact with Crunch and the 4 Draven up here as they're battling here for P3. The 95 of the Ghost, completely invisible on the track. But I'll tell you what, he's definitely having a strong showing tonight. As, man, look at this battle we've got going on right now between Lieutenant Crunch and the 4 of Draven. The 95 is going to slide up in front of Draven off the backstretch. The 14 is going to come in right behind Lieutenant Crunch, try to use that draft to his advantage. Looks like they're going to get back in single file here up front in the early goings of the final stage. Now, right now at this track, these guys, they just need to kind of get settled in. You know, it's a long final stage, a lot of laps. A lot of tire wear is going to happen. So you see the 95 slide up. That's going to allow Lieutenant Crunch to get to the bottom of them. And you look at 95, that pizza is going to be absolutely hung out to dry on that outside lane, as he'll be freight trained by the pack here on the bottom. But yeah, these guys, they just need to kind of settle in, let the draft or use the draft to their advantage, and really find a sweet spot for them. You know, kind of figure out what they've got in their cars right now, as we've already cycled through 87 laps of this race, figuring out exactly what kind of final pit strategy changes need to be made to these cars to give them the best chance to win. But as I've been rambling on and talking your ear off, the 19 of NARL Lewis seems to have about a 3-car length lead on Lieutenant Crunch in the 88. And right behind him is that 14, our in-race reporter, Captain Killam. Behind him, we've got ourselves the 12 of K-Bart, followed by the 95 Pizza Man of the Ghost, and then the 4 Draven right there in P6. Got the 2 and the 42. We got Kevin 1.0 and the 42 of Ronnie Mack, as well as the 1 of you already heard now coming into the picture for 7th, 8th, and 9th. In 10th is Wasted in the 3 American Ethanol Chevrolet. And then in 10th, or actually I believe 11th, is Gator Mike in the 32. And then Big Jim, after that early contact here in the final stage, rounds off your field.
All right, so battle for the lead up here. Looks like it's been battling ever since I left. That 14 of Captain Killam now on the inside of Lieutenant Crunch. That 19 of NARL Lewis is going to fall behind the 14. Going to try to get the draft here and push the 14 to the lead as the 14 clears the 88. Obviously, the preferred line around here is on the bottom, which the 14 vacates.
He does indeed, and NARL Lewis. Oh, a little bit of contact between NARL Lewis and the 88 of Crunch. Crunch looks like he got a little bit loose coming off of that turn and just doored the 19 on his right side. Don't think there's going to be a lot of damage caused by that, but you know, if he doesn't watch out, he's going to cut a tire.
Wasn't there a little bit of contact between those two drivers at the end of stage 2 as well?
There may have been some bad blood. I mean, some of these guys are really getting under each other's skin. I mean, we saw that with K-Bart, the Limesicle, and you got the Raging Draven earlier in stage 1. They were beating and banging doors, and now we got the 88 of Crunch and the 19 of Lewis. You know, they're getting a little bit frisky here with some fender benders. So, yeah, you got to wonder if there's going to be any more to come as we come to the end of this race.
All right, and there goes the 88 Lieutenant Crunch, your Season 1 champion, is going to take back this lead here. And the 19 NARL Lewis has been fast all night. He's going to try to take away P2 from Captain Killam. Kind of interesting. Lieutenant Crunch dividing up his draft between the two rows. This is, you know what, I said I would hesitate earlier on calling it a mini plate race, but I think I've seen enough. It's a mini plate race. At least Crunch is running it that way anyways on that last lap. But 12 of K-Bart, he's been up to the front all race long. Not a guy that we have seen run up in the top 3 all year. He's been consistent. Sometimes he gets in a little bit of trouble himself, but pretty strong here tonight. This is your stage 2 winner. And these top two guys are going to try to run away from the field.
Yeah, avenged. I mean, this track in Chicagoland is one of the most. It's a great race to watch. But honestly,
looks like Lewis got
for
in the wall
being completely
on the
honest, yeah, Lewis did.
and
Lewis
then
did
Crunch
scrape
got
the wall
the
there.
apron.
Crunch
There
got
goes
the apron,
Lewis.
and our Lewis is going to come below him. Oh, he's going to take the lead. He's going to clear him off the backstretch, and our Lewis to the point.
Wow.
Couple of mistakes by our two drivers kind of leading the field here, but they both still were able to stay up towards the front. Nothing too detrimental, and the 88's going to get under Lewis there. He had a great front stretch coming across the stripe, and under Lewis is going to be stuck on the outside. That's going to open the door up for Captain Killam. And don't look now, but the one of BPM's very own and only Cup driver in the NARL Cup Series. You already heard the one is right there sitting now trying to fight for P3 on the inside right behind Captain Killam.
All right, and we got a new viewer in the comments sections. Bobby, disguised as Alistair Fillmore, is now throwing out comments.
Good old Alistair.
In the chat.
He's in the chat. He got to be thinking that's got to be.
Oh no!
Oh,
That's
some
not
contact to Rage and Draven in the 12. Oh, there's gonna be some bad blood
Wasted
between
got
those two
collected in
tonight.
it.
Oh, that Rage and Draven
No
and
caution.
the Limesicle 12. I don't see a caution.
Wow.
That I think what we have right now in the chat is Swamp Fox is Alistair Fillmore, and because he is actually commenting, I don't think he saw that accident on the track, so he didn't actually wave the yellow flag. He got swamp in the flag stand, and he didn't see that at all. I would like to note that the 95 of the Ghost, that pizza machine, made a very, very, let's just say, aggressive move on the inside of the one of Joe, going into turn one on that last lap. So there's definitely some battles, some fenders being bent, and a lot of guys are not going to be too happy with each other at the end of this race. I can guarantee you that. Especially the Rage and Draven and also the 12 of K-Bart. They've gotten into it more than once tonight.
Yeah, especially if there's no caution here tonight and both of these guys get stuck way back behind the field with damage. It's going to be a lot of bad blood, at least until the end of the season anyways. Last race before the playoffs. Just about everybody's locked in now mathematically. And nobody could catch Captain Killam. I'm sorry, well, nobody could catch him either, or maybe. Lieutenant Crunch. Lieutenant Crunch is that last car on the playoff cut line. And K-Man Ronnie Mack was 27 points behind. He won the pole, cut it down to 25, but then he scored no stage points. And there's just not 25, 23 cars in the field. So he's mathematically eliminated. Draven finished P2 in the first stage, cut his deficit down to 24. I'm not sure if he got any stage points in the second stage, but even if he had won, that would have cut it down to 19. There's just not 19 cars in the field. So your playoff field is set in the Cup Series with Lieutenant Crunch, your last driver in.
He's looking to repeat. It's his championship, and he's come to defend his turf. So, some of these guys, they may have had a stronger regular season, but all that matters is the playoffs. So, right now, with the drivers that are all locked in, you got to be thinking that right now tonight is all about momentum. It's all about setting the stage for the final races in the second season of the NARL Cup Series. And you got to be thinking Captain Killam right now leading this field has got to be feeling pretty darn good about his chances.
Yeah, just like you said, a lot of momentum here tonight, and two playoff drivers up here battling with each other. Captain Killam, and shame on me, I didn't check the points. I know he's running P2 in the points. I don't know if it's possible for him to catch Shadow, who did not race tonight. Well, you know what, let me check that since he didn't race, if they're close enough. Let me see. Something I should have checked beforehand, but that's okay. How many laps we got left? Swamp wants to know.
At the moment, I can give you that here in a second. I know that these guys are going to probably start coming down pit road probably within the next 3 laps. Right now we've got 31 laps remaining in the final stage, or really in the race.
Well, excuse me, Captain Killam was leading the points coming in, so with Shadowhawk not showing up, he's locked himself in as a regular season champion.
Wow, that's a huge blow to that 43 machine of Shadowhawk.
And he's only 13 points behind. It was possible. It would have been hard, especially with how fast Killam's been running tonight, but it could have been possible for Shadowhawk to win the regular season, but he's not here, so... Captain Killam, your regular season champion.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not here, and neither is his shadow. But it is what it is. We're just gonna have to wait and see what Shadowhawk can do in the playoffs. You know, it's emotions run high in this league, and you know, one of those things where. It's when it comes to playoff time, it's put up or shut up, and you know you got to show up.
Yeah,
you got to show up to win.
We've been working on this season for 3 months. Oh, Joe hit the apron, sent up the track.
Yeah, he did.
Everybody scatters like cockroaches to miss him. No wreck, no caution. But working on this season for 3 months or so, and it all comes down to the next 7 races for the Cup Series. Only 4 more races left in the Truck Series. So, I mean, this is really going to get down to it. The season ends the first week of July. Or the 10th, whatever that is, second week, whatever you want to call that. Somewhere around there. And then that's... Oh no! Captain Killam all by himself smokes the wall! He's going to let all these cars right back into it.
Yeah, they got the draft too, so that's definitely not going to pay off for him for sure. It's gonna hurt him. You got NR Lewis just floating up to that backside of Captain Killam. You got the one of you already heard starting to make a move to the inside, it looks like.
Oh, Marksman wants to know the final 4 predictions for the Truck Series.
Final 4 predictions for the Truck Series. Well,
right after we call this you already heard move for P1 here.
Get to that in a minute.
That won that Chevrolet Camaro for Chip Ganassi Racing, making the power move underneath the 14 of Captain Killam, representing Stuart Haas Racing. The 19 of NR Lewis, and that Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, taking away P2. And the Chip Ganassi Racing teammate of Ronnie Mack. Oh no! Oh, what's going on here? Oh my god. Oh, Lewis
man.
wanted to come to pit road in the middle of a pack. That's such a Martin Truex move.
Oh my gosh, man! What a battle we have back here, man! This is fantastic.
Now is the perfect time to tune in our in-race reporter, Captain Killam. What in the world was that?
I don't know. I was up on the high side and just got fucking doored into the fucking wall for no reason.
Give it back to him, Killam. Give it back to him.
A little bit of a peculiar situation there with a car pitting right in the middle of the draft, don't you say?
Well, if he couldn't fit his car between us, he shouldn't have fucking put it there.
Well, Killam, you got a strong Ford Mustang tonight. I think you're going to be able to have no problem with getting yourself back up through the field.
Keep it a little bit high here, buddy. All these cars are pitting. Unless you are, too. Nobody can hear you. It's okay. There you go. All right, so now you're on that same strategy as we saw in stage 1 and 2. You are super fast late in the stage, and we're going to leave you alone here now. Good luck, Killam, and run out your strategy.
All right, appreciate it.
Well,
that right there just shows you the emotions. I mean, it's already the end of the regular season. The man has won the regular season title. And you could still see the emotions.
Oh no, he's coming in.
And
Sorry.
how high they run, even in just a regular season race. It just means more in the NARL, folks. It just means more in the NARL. We got the best of the best here driving in this series, and it's just fantastic racing. But a lot of bad blood tonight. Definitely, emotions are running high. It's a late season. These guys have raced for 3 months, like you said, Avenged, and sometimes 3 months of racing with the same crowd can kind of get a little bit aggravating. So it's definitely going to see, obviously with that mishap there between Ronnie Mack and Captain Killam, we'll have to see exactly how that will affect the final result of things. But you can't count out any of these guys. They're quick enough, they're fast enough, they're talented enough. They can all get themselves back up to the front no matter what happens.
Yeah, it's just about anybody's race here. But you're right. If you keep seeing the same car numbers, the same name above the door, the same guy that you always seem to find on the track, every race it's the same guy. You just, emotions boil over and whatnot. Good.
With that, I would like to take a shout out right now. I would like to, because I never get invited to the booth ever, because I just suck. But I would like to shout out Up the Irons for not getting into me at Chicagoland. That was incredibly appreciated in the truck series a couple nights ago. So I just wanted to shout out to him. We seem to be the spaghetti and the meatball, and we always find each other somehow. We're a perfect pair, and I was just happy that the meatball stayed off the plate for one race.
You're ridiculous. What,
that was fantastic.
Do you think Ronnie Mack, and you already heard, coordinated these black and green paint schemes?
Man, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. All I know is that you already heard Joe. He was leading the race earlier, and it seemed like a little bit of contact, losing a couple of feathers out of his pillow may have made him a little lighter. So he actually seems to be a little bit quicker now after he lost some of those feathers. And you got to be thinking Bobby right now is just absolutely cheering him on for life. Just watching from the grandstands.
All right, well, I missed the perfect opportunity to transition back to the Final Four predictions for the Truck Series. Who you got?
Oh, who do I have for the Truck Series? Well, I got to throw in. My best friend, my good old buddy, old pale Jaw, in that 27. That Louisiana hot sauce. I can't take away from the sheer dominance he has had all season long. He's incredibly quick, a great talent in the Truck Series. Kind of wish he would move up to Cup already because he's a little too good for us truck guys. But I gotta put him obviously in my top four. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go out and say that.
Let me read off who's in the playoffs for the trucks. How about that?
Who else do we have right now in that lineup?
All right, so we got Jaw, Deadshot, Keenitz, Marksman, Moffitt, Kronk, Dangles, Reap.
Man, this is going to be tough because I've got a lot of buddies in there. Obviously, with racing with you too, Avenged and Moffitt and everybody and even the guys in the playoffs. I hate to leave people out because I think that everybody who is a playoff contender could definitely get into the Final Four. Especially, some of these guys, they could have a lucky moment where they get the win, take advantage of an opportunity where it presents itself. I mean, we just saw Dangles with an incredible miracle here just a few nights ago on Tuesday. Make his way back into the playoffs after being on the cut line. It was a sight to be seen. But if we're talking top four, I got to go with Jaw being in the top spot. Who's right now in second in points underneath Jaw there, Ben? Deadshot Claps?
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on if he makes races. To be honest, I think Deadshot Claps can definitely make it into the Final Four, but he needs to show up for races, and I know he missed Chicagoland. And I know that he also had kind of a rough night the week before. So I don't know. Deadshot's one of those guys where he's incredibly aggressive, but he also puts together a lot of good finishes too. So he's one of those where it's a hit or miss. It's like you could see him getting in, and he could win the whole darn thing, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I could also see him, getting kicked out in the very first round just because of just mishaps or getting caught up in a wreck without there being a caution, and that really screwed up his points night. So him, I'm going to put as a question mark. He could be in or he could be the first guy out. Who knows? If we're talking consistency, I got to probably go with
so here's my four, right? So we got.
I think Marksman would be in.
I'm gonna say Jaw. I got Keenitz, even though he likes wrecking me every time he gets around me. And I've got Marksman's fast, but he doesn't seem to put together the points when it matters, if that makes sense. For example, he's got 36 stage points on but the guy above him's got 52. I don't know if he just put the points together. I don't know. In my wild card, and I'm gonna be super biased here, it's gonna be Moffitt. And if I didn't say a fourth, watch out for dead shots. Just because he does seem to put the points up when it matters. But if there's one thing that's gonna bite Marksman is he's up there, but something seems to always happen where he just doesn't put the points on the board. But hey, could be wrong. Who knows? That's why we run the races.
I have to shout out. I mean, I think another guy who's honestly, all of them you could say you can look out for, but let's not forget that Reap actually had a win basically stolen from him, from a lap car, and really cost him a Truck Series victory a couple of weeks ago. He was leading the field with like 2 to go, and Steve-O was able to take advantage on the inside after a lap car got into Reap, while Gator and Reap had that win.
The comment sections has turned against us because we've jabbered on about the Truck Series too much.
Oh no.
So to get focused back on this race, we got the one of you already heard currently leading the way. He is in first. They got the 88 Lieutenant Crunch running P2 all over his back bumper. 42 of Ronnie Mack P3. And right behind Ronnie Mack, you got that 14 of Captain Killam making the move on NR Lewis for P4. How many laps to go do we have, Doc?
Right now we should have, I believe, we're coming down to single-digit laps, folks. We actually have 8 to go. We've been jabbering for hours, it seems, about a darn Truck Series chat question in the chat or whatever.
You could say we were.
Quit asking these questions. We gotta focus on the race.
You could say we were really needing a dough there.
Oh yes, we were. Yeah, you could definitely say that. But yeah, if I'm picking sleepers, I mean Reap is a guy who has a lot of consistent finishes. I like Dangles. I like Keenitz, Moffitt. He's another guy who just seems to be in the right position at the right time at the end. He also gets a lot of stage points, so they're all great. I could see them all getting in.
Yeah, we're we got to tune in over the next 3 weeks to find out. In the meantime, that one of you already heard is pulling away from this pack. A little surprised to see that, as we have, I think, 6 to go now.
I believe we have.
I think it's 6. It might be 5.
We have 6 to go.
6 to go. No, Doc, they don't need to pit anymore.
They do not need to pit anymore.
6 laps. That one of you already heard, trying to come out here and prove that he could win on more than just plate tracks. He swept Daytona this year. Did he win a third? Maybe I interviewed him for a second. Anyways, 5 to go here at Chicago. Get Chip Ganassi Racing running P1, P2. Got the one of you already heard out front, 42 of Ronnie Mack running P2. That 40, oh no. The 88 of Lieutenant Crunch running P3. 14 of Captain Killam, P4. 19-hour Lewis, still P5. But that 14 of Captain Killam does not look satisfied running P4. Keep an eye out for him. 4 laps to go. And Juliet, Illinois. Or where is it? Where is this place?
This is in Joliet, Illinois.
Ah, Joliet. Nice. Oh, Joe
Yeah,
on
it's
Darlington. You're
Chicagoland,
right,
but
Joe.
it's really in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you. Beautiful
Sharp,
place,
I've
though.
commented so many races. Sorry. Joe won Darlington as well. Yeah, you say?
I was just gonna say it's the Chicagoland Speedway. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's obviously not in downtown Chicago, but it's got a great it's a great venue. Got a great dirt track, a lot of awesome demolition derbies, and even the drag strip that are out that way. It's a really fun time. Summertime, it's beautiful in summertime, Shy.
Just
Tell you what, who's really
good.
sorry, a guy who's really impressing me right now is the Ghost in that 95 pizza machine. You know, he lost a few toppings. Gator gobbled them up, made him a little slow, and now that pizza is on rails right now, right behind K-Bart. And it looks like K-Bart's going to, a little bit of another bump by K-Bart and the 4 of Draven. These two are going to be absolutely throwing bows in the pits. Boys, we're going to need a camera down there. Please get that down. we need a camera in the pits right now.
A little bit of contact again. A little bit of contact again.
Draven's pushing them down to the infield.
All right, back
The
to the
Ghost
lead
is just
pack.
chilling right now.
Back to the lead pack here. I'm assuming Joe is in the lead, right? Was this 2 to go?
Yeah. Yep, 2 to go. Sorry.
All right, 2 laps to go here, and it looks like this pack behind Joe is getting very well organized. Will it be enough to catch Joe? Well, they're not going to catch him like that with Lieutenant Crunch. Oh, he got the apron, and there goes Captain Kill him. Contact between the 88 and the 14 and the 19. Around goes the 88.
Oh my goodness.
That's not going to be enough for caution. Nope, they're still green.
What in the world has just happened, folks?
Wow.
That was one to go.
Just like, yeah. White flag presented by Credit One Bank, and instead of everybody, oh, nope, that was the race. Okay, all right. Joe is your winner here in Chicago. Ronnie Mack, P2. 19 NARL Lewis, P3. Big Jim, P4. And it looks like Captain Killam back there, P5. Can't tell.
Bro, the Raging Draven is going to be raging tonight. Him and K-Bart are going to be going at it in the pits. Boys, we're going to have to get security down there, please. Wow, what a race by BPM's own already heard. Bobby Wright absolutely loving it. And I would also like to note that for every win Joe has this season, Bobby gets a fresh pillow.
Oh, he's going to have 4 brand new pillows. It's a little dangerous.
And I'll tell you what, he's going to stuff that pillow tonight, just like the crust in beautiful Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, man, just like the innards of a calzone. Or stromboli.
Yes.
Anyways, get back on track here a little bit. Crazy ending to that race as we wait on our race winner, you already heard, to join the lobby. What'd you think of that ending there, Doc, between, I think it was the 88 and the 14 was trying to go around them? And
bro, all I have to say right now is we are going to start off this NARL Season 2 in the Cup Series. I mean, with just the door banging, the rivalries, people who are in the playoffs who are just, you know, fighting, clawing for every position on the track and having them getting doored and people cutting noses and pushing people to the infield grass. It was fantastic to watch up here, Avenge. I mean, I can't speak for you, but it was a hell of a race to witness. But man, if you thought that was interesting, if you thought that was fun and drama-filled, just you wait for these playoffs. That was crazy.
It was definitely fun to watch from the booth, but I got to tell you, there's one seat in the house where it was a little bit more fun to watch the race. You already heard has joined the booth. Joe, how you feeling, bud?
Oh, man, I don't even know what to say. That was just that first 2 stages were miserable, man. I finished last in both of them, and then I got back on the lead lap and took advantage of that last stage restart. Man, just pumped. Just great momentum going into the playoffs. Heading to a great track at Kentucky where I won last season. So, hey, I'm feeling great right now, man. We're extremely pumped.
All right. Well, usually I ask a follow-up question, but you got your team owner in the chat. Doc, what you got for your driver?
All I gotta say, man, is thank you so much for being on BPM and actually giving the team some wins this season. I obviously can't do anything in the truck series, right? And it's been a roller coaster season to say the least. But man, I can't say enough, just how excited and proud I am of you and getting the dub tonight. Obviously getting yourself now locked in to another round of the playoffs in the NARL. I guess if I had a question, how are you going to be able to use this momentum going forward? Do you have anything? Do you think you can win the chip this year?
Well, always confident in that. Haven't missed the playoffs ever in any league I've ran. But no, just this win kind of propels to where I get that extra 5 points for the first round. So I think puts me at about 23, if I'm not mistaken. And that puts me, I think, about third on the points list starting out in the playoffs. Great momentum, gives me a point cushion a little bit. So if I don't win Kentucky, which I'm really confident at, I have that bumper at for the Roval because I don't know about y'all, but I hate that Roval track. But it definitely helps take that pressure off the first round. More worried about the second round if I can get there because of the different difficulty and tracks there. But pretty confident, man. Just got to make it to Las Vegas first before we even worry about a championship, though.
Well, fair enough. One race at a time, and it's not every day where a in-race reporter / competitor gets to ask a question to the race winner. Kill him. You got anything for our race winner here? I know you're used to being on the other side of the interview, but anything for Joe? Well, I guess not. Maybe I didn't unmute him. It could be my fault. Anyways, Joe, anybody you want to shout out here before we move on to our runner-up?
Shout out BPM. 4 wins, man. If you told me at the end of this regular season I have 4 wins, just I wouldn't believe you with how this season's gone. But man, just proud to be a part of this league. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast. We all appreciate it. Shout out, just everybody in the playoffs for the Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup Series. It's gonna be a great. I think about 3 weeks or something. So real interesting there. It should be some tight racing. I can't wait to enjoy it again, man. It's gonna be fun.
All right, and we'll be up here calling it all. Maybe we'll talk to you again.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, take care.
Have a good one, buddy. Congrats.
And already in the lobby is Chip Ganassi Racing teammate, the 42 of Ronnie Mack. Ronnie, I got to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting you to be up there, P2, racing for the win. Even after you won the pole, how you feeling tonight, bud?
Devastated. That's how I'm feeling. Had a fast car, but just got screwed out of the first 2 stages where it was pretty much just go for the win after that. But it is what it is.
Fair enough. You definitely took a swing at it. What did you do different in stage 3 than the first 2 stages?
Not get wrecked. That was a big one. I didn't go 3 wide several times because in the first 2 stages I actually got put into the wall twice, I believe, and once in each stage, was kind of screwed up all of that. But in the 3rd stage, I finally didn't get involved in anything, which was the game plan, just to stay in the back and hopefully not get involved. That happened, and then was able to actually contend for the win, which was good.
Well, fair enough. Doc, what you got for our runner-up?
Hey, man, you might be devastated, but you had a great showing tonight. Had a great finish. You got the pole. I mean, it was a great run, man. Obviously, knowing that you wanted to finish P1 and get the win, but dude, you just got to keep going. You're doing a lot of great things in this Cup Series, and your time will come for sure. So I honestly don't have any questions for you. I just wanted to congratulate you on a good finish and also a good showing too, and a good season.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, buddy.
All right, Ronnie, we've reached that point in the broadcast where you get to shout out whoever you want. What you got?
Well, shout out to Joe for going ahead and finishing off the season strong with 2 wins in the last 3 races, I believe. So good for him, and shout out to Crunch for just going ahead and putting on a really, really good race. Me and him were planning on going ahead and working together there at the end, but it didn't go according to the plan, but it was good.
All right, well, that was it. A very nonchalant, very boring race. No action at all. We didn't see anything happen during the whole race. I'm just kidding. That was actually absolutely crazy. I don't even know how many pizza puns we got in there, Doc, but at least 5, 6, 7, maybe 10. But
Tell you what, with that win that Joe just sealed for BPM, I tell you, there's a pillow right now that's got Bobby's cheese all over it.
oh, good Lord. Is it blue cheese? All right, let's not think about it.
We don't need to go there, Avenged. I just wanted to point out the obvious.
Cottage cheese? Okay. All right, so tomorrow the playoffs officially start and the truck series is up first. They're going to be tackling the track with the green walls, known as
Green
Kentucky.
walls? Are we going to Fenway Park?
Is this grass or is this a wall? It's Kentucky. They're going to be battling those. We all know that turns 1 and 2 are a lot different than turns 3 and 4. Really technical track. We'll see if any of our predictions come true early that we made earlier in the race. See if any of these guys can lock their way into the Final Four. Only 1 round of playoffs for the truck guys, 3 races, and then the championship race is the 4th race. So somebody can lock their way into the championship round just tomorrow. Tune in, find out who that is.